Okay, so today we are diving headfirst into one of the most passionate, most delicious, and yeah, highest stakes rivalries on the entire planet. Forget sports, forget politics, we're talking about a culinary Cold War. This is the story of the great Jollof Heist.
I mean, seriously, this is a debate that can turn a friendly dinner party into, well, a full-blown parliamentary session. It's a matter of national identity, it's about heritage, and it's about pure, unadulterated pride. We are, of course, talking about jollof rice.
For decades, these two West African titans, Nigeria and Ghana, have been battling for supremacy. It's a cultural conflict, but it's fought not with armies, but with aromatics, not with battalions, but with basmati. This is, without a doubt, the undisputed heavyweight championship of West African cuisine. So, for this explainer, we're looking at a satirical tale that imagines the absolutely unthinkable. A scenario so audacious, so unbelievable, it just has to be a work of fiction, right? Or could it?
Okay, first things first. To really get the gravity of our story, we have to understand the war itself. Because this isn't just about a meal. It's about history, identity, and, let's be honest, bragging rights that last a lifetime. So for anyone who's uninitiated, jollof is this one-pot masterpiece. It's rich with tomatoes, peppers, and all kinds of amazing spices. But, well, that simple description is pretty much where the agreement ends. The correct way to make it? That's where the war begins.
So let's frame this rivalry like a big sporting event. In one corner, you have Team Nigeria. They're the self-proclaimed giant, confident, dominant. And in the other corner, Team Ghana, the passionate challenger, the proud underdog, always ready to prove their worth. All right, so our story imagines a grand stage to finally settle this score. An epic culinary battle where the location is just as important as the dish itself. The premise is pretty simple. Get the best chefs, assemble a panel of totally impartial judges, and just let the rice do the talking. The idea is to get a definitive end to this endless debate.
And here's the brilliant dramatic twist. The competition is set in Lagos, Nigeria. So for the Ghanaian chefs, this is like trying to win a snowball fight in the middle of the Sahara. The pressure is just immense. That home field advantage is everything.
So what exactly are the judges going to be looking for? To get that, we need to understand the two fundamentally different philosophies when it comes to jollof.
And this chart really lays out the divide perfectly. Ghanaian jollof, it often uses that aromatic basmati rice. It gives it a lighter texture, a spicier kick, sometimes with that iconic pepper sauce shito. But Nigerian jollof, that typically uses long-grain parboiled rice. They're going for that deep red color and that legendary smoky flavor you get from cooking it over an open fire. That's the hallmark of what they call party jollof.
You have to understand, for the chefs, the judges, and literally everyone watching, this isn't just about technique. Every single grain of rice carries the weight of a nation's soul. It's patriotism you can actually taste.
All right, the pots have been emptied, the amazing aromas are filling the air, the chefs have done everything they can. Now we arrive at the moment of truth, the climax of our satirical showdown.
Just imagine the scene, right? A totally silent room in the heart of Lagos. The judges are just looking at each other, their faces completely unreadable. The entire jollof-loving world is holding its breath, and the winner is Ghana.
Yep, you heard that right. In a decision that sends absolute shockwaves through the culinary world, the underdog has done it.
This is the Great Heist, a victory literally snatched from the jaws of the lion, in the lion's own den. It's a result so shocking, so utterly world-shaking, that the aftermath is almost as important as the win itself.
So what happens next? What does a world even look like where Ghana has been declared the jollof champion? In Nigeria? Let's dive into the satirical fallout.
Naturally, the story just imagines pure chaos. Citywide disbelief turns into calls for an immediate recount. Social media absolutely explodes with conspiracy theories about the judges, and, of course, friendships that have lasted for years are suddenly put to the ultimate test over a simple plate of rice. So after all this drama, after this historic, earth-shattering verdict, does this mean the war is finally over? Has science and taste finally given us a definitive answer? Absolutely not. Not even close. And that is the beautiful, kind of hilarious, and actually heartwarming point of this entire satirical exercise. See, the goal was never really to find a winner.
The truth is, the rivalry itself is the real prize. It's all the friendly banter. It's the shared passion.
It's the way a simple dish connects millions of people in this vibrant, ongoing conversation. The argument is the culture.
And that leaves us with just one last question for you. It's not about who won some fictional competition, it's about where your allegiance lies. The debate is so far from over. In fact, for us, it's just getting started. So, which side are you on?